Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be giving a tutorial on a look that I did a couple of weeks ago that some people were requesting. I'm going to get right into it, but bear with me. As you see, I don't know what I'm doing. The first thing, I'm going to be priming my face with the Mindful 5 Cannabis Infused Primer by Smashbox. It's really sticky, which is going to help with the concealer to cover my blemishes and my acne scars. So I just need 2 or 3 drops to put on my face. A little bit goes a really long way. The next thing is the Fit Me by Maybelline concealer in the shade 20. I'm going to use this to cover up any blemishes or acne scars, and then I'm going to let it sit while I do my next steps. Alright, once I've got my spots covered up with the concealer, I'm going to use this eyeliner in the brand Pretty Vulgar in the shade The Blacklist, and I'm actually going to put that on my eyebrows. Then I'm going to use this Becca setting powder, and I'm going to put that over my eyelid before I do my eyeshadow. I'm just using a blending brush from LA Colors to blend the setting powder over my eyelid. Okay, so once that's done, we're going to go into the eyeshadow. This is the look that I'm kind of going for, just a simple little orange look on my lid. I'm going to use the Laura Lee Los Angeles Party Animal palette, and I'm going to dip into that shade Drinks. And I'm actually using a Luxie Precision Blending Brush, which is number 243. So I'm going to put it on the outer corner and the inner corner of my eye. And I'm just trying to blend it as much as I can because I don't want it to be that actual neon orange color. Okay, so I'm going to use the Ace Beauty Scarlet Dusk palette now, and we're going to use the same brush and dip into 2 separate shades. So we're going to dip into the Sunset Rose and that shade, which is kind of like a burnt orange. Okay, we're going to kind of do this over the crease. We're going to blend it into the crease as much as we can. Okay, next I'm going to get my setting powder and I'm going to spray it over this lid brush by Moda Pro. And I'm going to dip it into that crimson shade in the same Ace Beauty palette. So I'm going to dip that in there and put it right over the center of my lid. So now it should all blend into that bright crimson color. Okay, I'm going to dip into the shade again from the Ace Beauty palette and just try to even out that transition on my lid to make it look similar to the other side. Okay, we're going to be using the Cover FX Power Play foundation in the shade G60. I really like this concealer. It is a light to medium coverage though. Next, we're going to be using the NARS concealer to contour. So I'm going to put this to contour my cheekbones, my forehead, and my nose. And this is in the shade Medium Dark 4 or Hazelnut. Okay, so I am going to be using my Luxie blender to blend in my nose. I got this blender in a 3-pack from Luxie in my BoxyCharm box. I really love this blender because it doesn't soak up all of the makeup and it's really easy to clean. And here's where I found out my hair was messed up this entire time. Okay, we're using the same setting powder as earlier, and I'm going to use a dry blender. This one is also from Luxie, and I'm going to put this all over my face. I have really oily skin, so using a wet blender when applying the setting powder is not very convenient for me. Okay, we're going to use the Mercier translucent powder. I'm going to put this on my cheekbones, on my nose, and a little bit under my eyebrow, just to try to lighten up that area, because the highlighter that I'm going to be using, I don't need to use too much of it. Okay, please excuse the next part because I did not realize that I wasn't really in the camera. But this next part is where we're going to be doing the waterline on our bottom lid. So I'm using that IBY Beauty eyeliner in the shade Navy Pearl. And I'm going to put that along my waterline. Okay, I'm going to get the Laura Lee Los Angeles Party Animal palette back out, and I'm going to use the shade Damage Control. It's a really pretty teal, and I'm going to also put that on my lower lash line. Okay, the mascara I'm using is Big Ego by Tarte, one of my favorite mascaras ever. I can use this on my top and bottom lashes, and it doesn't really transfer like most mascaras do. I think I just realized how crazy I look with just one strip of eyelashes on. Anyway, I'm going to be using the Luxie 512 small contouring brush to wipe off the excess of the translucent powder. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife highlighter. As you can see, I'm not the brightest crayon in the box, so I'm holding it upside down. Yes. Now, I'm going to put this highlighter on my cheekbone, on my nose, and on my brow bone. Those are the main places. I'm also going to add a little bit to my forehead, which you'll see here in just a second. As you can see, it's very pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. I'm also using another AOA Studio brush. It's F19. It's my favorite brush to use when applying highlighter. Okay, so for the lips, I'm going to be using a Fenty Beauty lipstick, and it's in the shade Single. It is a really pretty, kind of nudish, soft pink, which I'm going to apply all over my lips. Okay, next on my lips, I'm going to be using the NYX Lingerie lipstick in the shade Exotic. I absolutely love this. I'm also going to put this all over my lips. Okay, next I'm going to be using the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme Lip Gloss. And I'm just going to put a couple of spots on my lips and then rub it in, just so that way it has kind of like a light gloss to it. I don't want it too glossy. Okay, last but not least, we only have one more step. We'll be using the Power Up Dual Phase Setting Mist. It is my favorite setting spray. So I'll just put this all over my face and let it dry. Okay, everyone, this is the look. This is my first tutorial. I mean, you can see on my channel. I don't have any other tutorials, but thanks so much for watching if you made it this far. I typically do my tutorials like on Facebook Live and stuff, just because it's easier that way. But I haven't added anything to my YouTube channel, so I really wanted to do that. And I'm really glad that I got to do it now and that I have enough time. I will be posting a little more often and probably some more tutorials, because a lot of people always ask me about my looks that I do. So I'll start doing tutorials on the ones that are a little more popular, but I'll also be doing things like my monthly favorites and stuff like that. Please remember to subscribe, like and subscribe, and share this video if you want to support me. Thanks.